What has been the toughest thing about playing with LeBron James?
I wouldn't say the toughest.
That's the answer I was looking for.
Oh.
That's just the answer I was looking for right there. It's not tough. It should be easy to play with him.
Luka Dončić sat down with Snoop Dogg for what seemed like a relaxed conversation, but no one expected him to drop a line that perfectly exposed one of the biggest divides in NBA culture right now. While praising LeBron James and his incredible longevity, Luka casually joked, "I might not even be able to walk by year 23," and laughed. But you could tell he meant it. This wasn't just a throwaway joke. It was Luka revealing the kind of player he is, someone who's built completely differently than a lot of today's stars. While LeBron celebrates reaching his 23rd NBA season, Luka is openly saying he'll never make it that far. And honestly, that might be the most championship-minded thing an NBA star has said in years. When Snoop asked Luka what it's like playing with LeBron, Luka showed the usual respect, calling it crazy how LeBron is still dominating after so long. But that single line, saying he probably won't even be walking by then, shifted the whole tone. You could feel the honesty behind it. Luka wasn't mocking longevity, he was making it clear that he's all about giving everything he has now, not stretching out a career just for the sake of years played.
It'd be great, man. Just talk about his 23rd season. I said I might not be able to walk no more at 23rd season, and he's still doing it at the best of the best.
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Luka knows exactly what he's putting his body through and understands the price he's paying, and he's completely fine with it for one reason: winning. When Snoop mentions championships, Luka immediately responds by saying, "Kobe brought so many championships here. LeBron brought a championship here." It wasn't disrespect. It was Luka accidentally revealing who he studies and models himself after. And when Snoop spins the conversation toward bringing magic back to LA, Luka doesn't talk about longevity or playing into his 40s. He talks about one thing: winning a ring. Even with a daughter on the way and a full life beyond basketball, Luka's mindset is locked in on championships. That's the wild part, because his playing style proves something the modern NBA doesn't like admitting. There are two paths to greatness, and only one of them consistently leads to rings. The league is split between two mindsets. On one side is the longevity game, the modern approach of preserving your body, stretching your career, piling up stats, and breaking records. LeBron James is the king of that lane, picking his spots, managing his minutes, skipping tough back-to-backs, and staying healthy enough to dominate at 40. It works. He's on track to own every long-term record the league has. Then there's the old school grind, the Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan path, where you show up every night with no excuses and no rest days, play through pain, and sacrifice your body completely in pursuit of championships. That path destroys you physically, but it's the one that delivers rings. Kobe played 20 seasons and broke down by the end, yet walked away with 5 titles. Jordan played 15 seasons, pushed himself until his body had nothing left, and still finished with 6 championships. Meanwhile, LeBron is in year 23, still incredibly durable, holding every
Shit with Kobe Bryant, and now you playing with LeBron James in the building that means so much to us in LA. Does any of that go through your head while you playing and on a mission for a championship, thinking about that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Kobe brought so many championships here. LeBron brought a championship here, so I want to be the next one to do it for sure. But just, I met Kobe, I'm playing with LeBron. Just as a little kid in Slovenia, I just wanted to play basketball. Just wanted to touch the NBA, and now I'm playing.
And yes, it's controversial. Nobody knows yet whether Luka's path is genius or reckless. We won't know for another decade, but history makes one thing clear. The players who chose this path usually ended up with more rings. Kobe's body gave out at 37, but he walked away with 5 championships. Jordan eventually broke down too, yet he's still left with 6. Meanwhile, LeBron is still going strong physically, but he's stuck at 4. So which approach truly leads to the most championships? Here's something most people don't realize. Luka met Kobe Bryant when he was just a kid, long before the draft, the hype, or the spotlight. And that meeting clearly left a mark. Because when he talks about Lakers' legacy with Snoop, listen to the exact wording he uses. Kobe brought so many championships here. LeBron brought a championship here.
That phrasing tells you everything about who shaped his mindset. Kobe
But you have to really play hard. Does that hurt you physically?
No, because when I play hard all the time. You know, there's no turn it on here, turn it off here. It's just 110% at all times.
We come to practice, he's on one leg. Like he was hurt the second year, he was on one leg the whole year and played 82 games. Wow. Like, and so he practiced every day and he played every game on one leg. And so he's like, man, MJ, why don't you just sit up? How can I be the leader of the team and sit out and y'all going through all the credit? I gotta be there.
I twisted my ankle and I had a teammate, David Greenwood. He says, you know, you twist your ankle, young fella, come over and sit with me. You know, this is, you need to, I said, no, man, I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. You know, I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to.
There were no requests for rest days, no load management, none of that. You showed up because your teammates and your fans deserved it. And this is exactly where Kobe and LeBron split. Kobe's teammates watched him destroy his body in the pursuit of championships. They saw him fight through injuries that should have shut him down. When your leader refuses to take a night off, nobody else dares to complain. If your superstar is hopping around on one leg in the playoffs, who's going to say they're tired? LeBron's teams see something completely different. Him sitting out healthy back-to-backs, taking scheduled rest nights, managing the long game. That creates a totally different energy. Kobe built a culture in LA that went far beyond basketball. A standard. You show up, you play hurt, you don't make excuses, and you chase rings like your life depends on it. That's part of why he retired with 5 championships, and why his teammates would run through a wall for him. Luka keeps talking about wanting to bring the next championship to LA. And yes, he mentions both Kobe and LeBron, but based on how he plays, sacrificing his body, refusing load management, even losing MVP eligibility because he grinds too hard, Luka is clearly following Kobe's blueprint, not LeBron's. Here's where things get heated. Is making it to year 23 truly impressive if you've sat out 50-plus games over the years to stay fresh? LeBron is about to shatter every longevity record. Most games, most minutes, most seasons. But how many of those records would still stand if he played with the same no-days-off mentality Jordan and Kobe had? And honestly, do longevity stats even matter? Or are championship rings the only stat that defines greatness? Then there's the question nobody needs to guess at. What would Kobe Bryant say about load management? We already know. He didn't call anyone out directly, but his philosophy was obvious. If you can play, you play. You don't hang your teammates out to dry, and you don't disrespect fans who paid to see you. His entire legacy was built on showing up, injured or not. So what would he say about sitting out a game while healthy just because it's the second night of a back-to-back? What would he say about resting protocols? Everyone knows the answer, and Luka knows it too. That's why he keeps pushing through pain instead of sitting. That's why he lost MVP eligibility for playing too hard, not for playing too little. He's living by Kobe's code, not the modern rulebook. Back in the 90s and 2000s, if you sat out games without a real injury, people called you soft. Fans roasted you, the media tore you apart, and your toughness was questioned. That was the culture. Now, in the 2010s and 2020s, if you don't rest, people say you're reckless. The culture completely flipped. So which era got it right? Which mindset created killers? Which one produced more championships? Look at the dynasties. The 90s had Jordan and the Bulls showing up every night and winning 6 rings. The 2000s had Kobe and Shaq, then Kobe and Pau, grinding through everything to win 5. In the 2010s and 2020s, teams still won, of course. The Warriors dominated with smart rotations. The Raptors won with Kawhi barely playing all season. The Bucks won, the Nuggets won. But none of those runs created a dynasty, like the Bulls or Lakers. And none of those stars reached that mythical Jordan-Kobe status. Maybe that's just coincidence. Or maybe sacrificing your body builds legends in a way preserving it never will. Another key question. Does your superstar's approach to the regular season shape championship culture? If LeBron sits healthy and his teammates see it, what message does that send? Compare that to Kobe's teammates watching him limp through games, shoulder injuries, torn fingers, twisted ankles, and still refuse to sit. Which team becomes tougher? There's no simple right answer. But these questions matter
because Luka is answering them with how he plays. He plays hurt, sacrifices MVP chances, refuses to load manage. That tells you exactly what he believes wins rings. He's choosing winning over preservation. And he told Snoop straight up that his mission is to bring a championship back to LA. But here's the clock ticking. If Luka keeps playing this hard, he's got maybe a 10-year window before his body starts